Let's just go down the rabbit hole here for a second, and let's just assume this is some sort of adversarial or foreign technology.
Most of the more than 120 incidents over the past 2 decades are not from the U.S. military or other advanced U.S. government technology.
It's right in front of me, it just disappears, like gone.
To be clear, he's referring to this giant object as a tic tac, because he said it was shaped like one.
We're in, that we don't know what these things are, and they might even be extraterrestrial. That's worse.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you today. The UFO sightings are on the rise, and they're coming in from around the world. And let me tell you, we're ready to bring it to you. So buckle up, everybody. This is Third Phase of Moon reporting from the Hamakua Coast, bringing you the latest UFO information. So take a look at this one coming in right now.
Olha, agora ficou bastante embaixo. Você consegue filmar tanto tempo?
Isso aqui filma horas. Não, já tá aí uns 10 minutos.
Mas aí não dá pra ver quando cai embaixo, né?
Dá?
So we're getting a closer look at whatever this object is, darting from left to right, blinking in and out of existence, captured in Sao Paulo, Brazil. You could hear the family and even the canine, the dogs barking in the background, whining. Seems like the dog's sensing things. Look at this thing bouncing back and forth, static in one place and then in another in a blink of an eye. What are we looking at? This is incredible footage, and I'm glad people across the country and the planet are sharing videos. This is pretty good stuff, Brent. What's your thoughts? Yeah, I was blown away by that move right there. Did he see it? It just darted with extreme speeds. I've never seen anything like it on video. We've seen this in person, Blake and I, on the North Shore of Oahu when we're 10 years old, of this bright light that could move at the speed of light, as you could say. This thing was moving too fast to be conventional. What is this thing? Look at the immensity of light that's pulsating from this thing. Is it trying to give us some sort of message? You know, we're just letting it roll raw, looking at it a second time, enhanced a bit. We blew it up so we could get a better close look. You could see some kind of like red light indicating at the end of the blink, almost in a high density of a light. But it's cool because it seems like it's zooming away real fast and then comes back into frame, like it's going back and forth in a weird manner. This is defying any kind of drone or aircraft that I'm aware of. Look at this thing. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, did you see it? It's just shooting back and forth. Guys, you got to share this video on your major social media. If you got any kind of following, friends, you got to share this now. I'm supplying the link right now in this live premiere. Brent, look at this thing. It's, again, remains in different places at about the same time. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I thought this was right in the beginning. Watching this video, I thought it was just going to be a light just kind of blinking on and off. But man, the performance and the maneuvers, the meta propulsion behind this craft is outstanding. I'm going to ask one question. Could this be maybe somebody doing a reflection upon a mirror, creating this illusion? I'm not going to rule that out, but from what I'm seeing here, this seems to be the real deal. I like the people on the ground. You can hear their excitement. They're confused of what they're looking at. And the dog, again, dogs don't lie.
Uns 10 minutos.
Mas aí não dá pra ver quando cai embaixo, né?
He sure created a reaction. Yeah, it's interesting that there's this kind of action above our skies, and this isn't making the major news whatsoever, but we're bringing it to you as fast as possible, and we're going to continue to do so. So guys, I want to get your opinion. What do you think was captured in that last video? Now, let's get to the next video just into third phase of moon. Roll it.
Okay, I can't see it through the viewfinder. Oh wait, yeah, I can. We see the contrail there. Another one below it. I'm gonna point. It's at the tip of my finger right about there. Okay, now I'm gonna zoom in on it. Oh no, it moved. Yeah, right there. What the heck is that? What is that? It's moving away from the contrail. Well, or there's wind up there and it's blowing west. I'm sorry, it's blowing east. So the contrail's moving away from it. But whatever it is, it seems to be very stationary. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit and see what it is. I'm gonna pause this and get a better tripod on myself to hold the video steady. Hang on. All this piled wood here. Somebody should light this on fire. Okay, climbing on top here. If I had a better phantom battery, I'd go up there and investigate it, but there it is. See, you can't see what it is. The camera can't even focus on it. I'm seriously zoomed in. As much as this phone will zoom in. Zooming out. What is that? I'm gonna hang out for a while and watch it. It might be kind of coming down a little bit. I don't know, it's so high, I can't even focus on it with my own eyes. It's just white. It looks like a inflated 13-gallon garbage can bag that's way up there. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So let's look at this a little closer. I'm adding some brightness contrast to make whatever this thing pops, but it's really cool when people are filming again. Yesterday, we showed you a video of a contrail, chemtrail, whatever you call it, and you have anomalous objects that appear next to them. And here we go again. The next day, we received this video coming in from a man. He calls himself Desert Jeff, and he captured this on the east of Green River, Utah. And again, we're watching this very closely. What is this luminescent orb of light? It's not an airplane. It's not a drone. It's way too high up there. Could it be some kind of weather balloon? I don't think so. It pretty much remains stationary in the sky. And at that altitude, you would think it'd be drifting. This is pretty good stuff right here. Usually we don't share single orb videos, but in this case, again, next to some kind of contrail, chemtrail, we're going to share it because the correlation is undeniable. There's something going on with these UFOs and these trails across America and the world. Brent? Yeah, this is a good one just to showcase as a kind of a common thread throughout the community of people submitting these kind of UFO videos to us. We're going to take a close look at this one. We don't want a whole flood of these, but this one's interesting. You can see that it's kind of like puffy around the edges of the orb too. That's why I'm leaning for this not being a balloon. It's not sharp enough. It has this kind of like soft cotton ball kind of look. It's strange. Absolutely, and the size of this craft, it's hard to tell, especially off at this distance. So I'm thinking actually this could be about 20 to 30,000 feet in the sky. Guys, I want to get your opinion. What do you think that was? If you see anything like that, trails, chemtrails, contrails, roll the video and send it to us. Now check this out, coming in. So as we look at this video a little closer, we're going to enhance it, get a little closer look. I'm just thinking to myself, if you're out in your backyard, your porch, and you're just hanging out at night and you're looking in the sky and you see this thing pop up, are you going to film it? Oh, heck yeah, you are. It's kind of cool because this light, after we're enhancing it, almost appears like that video we just showed you earlier to perform unusual characteristics. It's moving in interesting undulated motions, and it also blinks in and out. It fades, and then I like this part. It hides behind the tree, then it pops out and says, "Here I am," and then goes back behind the tree again. That's very cool. Is there some kind of a communication going on here? Brent, what's your thoughts? Yeah, take a look at this. It kind of goes into this vortex dive to the ground. It's a good capture. You could kind of see these undulating lights, maybe a soft yellow, maybe even a spark of red. It's interesting. Look at this as it just kind of gently descends itself to the ground and hovers there for a second and then dips behind the tree and back. I like the way this is captured. It's being steady. We get a good picture off of this. I wish we had a closer vantage point of this object. And this peekaboo kind of thing it's interesting. We've heard this before from other eyewitnesses. What a great capture again. I gotta say, I think this is a MUFON case. Take a look at this close up. It really gives us light, and it kind of has this disc shape kind of characteristic to it. It doesn't remind me of a drone of its flight capabilities. I was flying a drone today with these shots off the Hamakua coast, and to do a maneuver like this would be rather difficult. Absolutely. It's undulating and it has unusual characteristics. Could it be some kind of new drone out there that has nothing to do with trying to capture cinematic shots? But what we got going on here in this region is unbelievable. Watch what happens.
Ay Dios, chicos, derrumbe. Derrumbe, volcán. Que conecten con nosotros.
Directo, vamos.
Did you see that? We're looking at this again. La Palma, it's going off. We know what lava activity is all about, up close and personal. But right now, what's going on in La Palma is pretty amazing. UFO activity next to volcanic activity. They go hand in hand. And this video that was shot within the past 24 hours shows, again, some kind of craft come into the picture at a super fast rate of speed, hover to the top, hang there for a while next to the lava, and then it just wants to get out of town. It's probably a pretty good idea. Could this be a drone just trying to capture this spectacular event? Possibly. As we're looking at it closer, I'm seeing other attributes that make me think that it could not possibly be a drone. What's your thoughts here, Brent? Yeah, it must be a skilled pilot, to say the least, to pull this maneuver off and bank from the right to the left at this speed and just hang there. And it looks like a disc. You just see it. And it's pretty good size, too, as well. These volcanoes, when it's spouting up this high, I'd say probably about 300 feet. To compare that next to the drone, this thing's pretty massive. And it's not just a commercial drone, if that's what it is. This thing's something from a high military grade or something otherworldly, tapping into the power of these volcanoes. Or just getting a really good look at it, because this is spectacular stuff right here. Just watch this again as we pray for the people over there in La Palma and the Canary Islands. This is a pretty big stuff. We know what it's like living on an active volcano ourselves right here on the Big Island of Hawaii. The plumes of ash, and again, the UFO sightings that go hand in hand with volcanic eruptions. So what's going on here? Is this some kind of hot dog drone pilot trying to get a shot of the century? Or is this some kind of UFO? It's doing some incredible dynamic maneuvers here that seem pretty cool. And if it's a hot dog pilot, well, hands off to you. You're really getting a great shot. But again, people have their eyes on volcanic activity. There's a lot of cameras rolling over there, so you never know what people are going to capture, and we want to share it with you and get the opinions from the public. That's what it's all about, sharing the information as fast as possible. So guys, I want to get your opinion. What do you think was captured in that video? It's incredible, and we're happy to bring it to you right here. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone. Blake Cousins. We'll see you next time. And before you get going, my nephew's been bugging his uncle and dad to share some of his skate skills on Third Phase of Moon. Check him out on King Cam in Hawaii. He's got an Instagram, and definitely he's got some skills, as you're seeing right here. He's been working and fine-tuning his techniques for, pretty much most of his life, over a decade, and he's killing it. So again, check him out, King Cam in Hawaii, and tell him Third Phase of Moon sent you. He's on Instagram.